you doing, sister?
Mic check, mic check. Are we live?
You're live.
Hello, 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 everyone. We are back. Hey, welcome to another episode of We Have Something to Talk About. Yes, we were having a bit of technical difficulties coming on, but we are here now. I'm having a major one, but that's all right. The show must go on. And tonight, you all, we have the brand. Yes, that's what she is. She is the brand. None other than I call her Contessa, Tess. Contessa Houston, but you may know her as Magnet Mogul. Yes, she is a young mogul. She needs to send me some money though. But anyway, keep it going, keep it going. First of all, before we even get this show started, I want to say a shout out to everybody that has already voted and those of you that have not. Get out there and vote. Your vote matters. Every vote matters, okay? And we want everyone to make your voice be heard. Don't get upset if the person that you don't want gets in office if you did not vote. So make sure you go out and vote. We encourage you. Oh yeah, you back there too. We encourage you to vote, okay? All right. Now, we want to bring on everyone in this great host of a show. We want King, introduce yourself. Go ahead.
Well, hello there. This is your boy, D. Grow. But on here, they call me King Grow. And I'm your educated Negro here to get you in the know. And we got something to talk about.
All right, that's King for y'all. That's our educated Negro. All right, Miss T, what you got for us?
How y'all doing? I am Miss T, DFW's favorite lady barber, and I am here. You know I have 1,000 jobs, but that's all right. I'm still here tonight. And guess what? We have something to talk about.
That's it. That's it. Miss T, she a Jamaican, y'all. All righty. Next we have Aaron Nicole.
Hey, everybody. It's your girl, Erin Nicole with A Nicole EMG, and we are bringing your visions to life. Welcome.
And you know what, you all? I didn't even introduce myself. Y'all know me as Kenya with the J. Ken, KB, the Black Butterfly. That's me. And we have something to talk about. All right. Well, right now, we're going to go ahead and introduce our guest for today. You all, I had everything lined up, but because technology was not my friend at this very moment, I'm going to try to wing it. But she going to come on and she going to, if I mess up, she going to correct me. Believe me, I know. I've been knowing this young lady since she was knee high to a grasshopper. That's what I'm going to say. The first, oh, wait a minute, you all. I'm going too far. I'm going too fast, too fast, too fast. I'm sorry. Hold on. Hold your socks, Contessa. Hold your socks, everybody, okay? We got our hot minute segment first. And we want to bring our educated Negro on, and he's going to give us that hot minute and just let us know what's going on.
So I was just scrolling through Obama's intranet, right? And I happened to find upon something. And you know, back in the day, there was a store by this guy named Lamilton. I think named Lamilton. The Boondocks covered it. And it was a parody. This little boy who was a hood rat and talked about, I want to go do hood rat things with my friend. Well, we have another real life version of that person again. His name is Lil Rodney. You know, everybody named Lil. I don't understand. Lil this or the baby that. I don't give a care. But Lil Rodney is 12 years old, right? In Funky Town, Fort Worth. There are some nice parts and there are some other parts. But anyway, Little Rodney is 12 years old, and he recently got sentenced to 7 years in juvenile detention, meaning he's not going to come out of that until he is 19 as of almost legal adult age. Well, here's what happened. In 2019, he got put on supervision, which is like an underage version of probation, because he kept cutting off his ankle monitor, and he also allegedly somehow shot a 1-year-old child. 1-year-old baby, excuse me, right. Well, he is a self-proclaimed Crip, likes to brag about how he's shooting people and does all his stuff, and it's kind of come out to haunt him. Well, normally when he's in court, he's always real horrorcore, you know, little 12-year-old little thug with it. Well, this time around, when the judge got ready to sentence him, he broke into tears all of a sudden when he realized, oh snap, I'm about to be in here for 7 years. And the judge looks at him. You do realize that every time you come in here, you're crying boohoo tears. And now it's come back to bite you, essentially. She also pushed out to his grandfather who's been raising him, saying her grandfather's giving you a good representation of what to do, and you're basically shitting on their grave. Or not their grave, shitting on them in life, if you will. They said his mother apparently was in the system when he was also a little bit younger, so pretty much it's all he knows, and he tends to glorify in it. So unfortunately, this young man who's 12 years old, because of his poor choices and whatever caused him to become that person's upbringing, is now going to be in juvenile detention from the age of 12 to age 19. What a sad way to go through your teenage years. Moral of the story is, act up, you can get snatched up.
Thank you for that. Little whoever you are, you ain't gonna be little when you come out. So thank you, educated Negro, for that quick segment minute. All right. And then we're gonna move before we bring Contessa. We're gonna talk to Miss T, and Miss T has the drink of the week. Come on, Miss T, tell them what it is.
So this is called the Red Devil. And the reason why I call it the Red Devil is because it's red in color. So these are the ingredients. The ingredients are simple, very simple. Grand Marnier, grenadine, and a splash of lemon. So what you do is you cut your lemon in fours and you get a piece of lemon, bam, just like this. And you squeeze the lemon inside your ice until it's nothing. And then once you finish squeezing the lemon, it's gonna look all, you know, like this, all ugly. So you just throw it on the side because ain't nothing about the devil pretty, right? So then you pour your Grand Marnier in there. Sometimes you can get a double shot of Grand Marnier or one shot. It depends on how strong you want your drink. Pour it in there, and then you get a splash of grenadine, stir it together, bam, Red Devil.
Woo! And y'all, it's so good. But we gonna slow down because you know we got an interview, and some of us may be sleepy after this drink, and some of us may get goofy after this drink, and we don't want that to happen. But if you want to try our drink of the week, there's the recipe: Grand Marnier, grenadine, and lemon. So go out and get it. Try that drink. It's good. It's red. It's the Red Devil. All right. Don't get y'all. Okay. I ain't gonna say nothing about y'all. Anyway. Now on to our special guest, the brand. All right. So as I said,
No.
Mic check.
Oh no. Okay, y'all. So Miss Kenya's electronic devices are, of course, having another little bit of problem. So in her place, I feel as though who better to tell their story than Miss Contessa herself? Kenya got all the good details, and I don't want to misspeak. I do know she is a boss, a brand, and a beauty if you look at her right now on the screen. Miss Contessa, will you come on and do your own introduction in the wake of our technical difficulties, please?
All right. Well, hello, everyone. I wanted to actually hear this introduction that Kenya was going to give me. So I was waiting. Hopefully, will she be rejoining us?
She should be.
Okay. Well, my name is Contessa Houston, known as Magnate Mogul. I am a 35-year-old boss, and I've been a boss since I was about 7 years old. So I've been an entrepreneur for a very long time. I've worked as well as run a business, as well as a toddler runs me, and she's my boss. And I'm just an all-around, I think I'm an all-around great person, but I don't like to toot my own horn. I typically like other people to talk about me. So, but yeah, I'm here. And I'm just actually interested to see what's about to take place tonight. So.
Well, you know what? I'm a fashionista. I'm totally lying, but I do like a little clothes every now and again. But I'm kind of a dude. So when I went to your website, I didn't quite see anything that could handle all this voluptuous man curves I got. But what is Lure? And honestly, how did you come up with the name of your company?
So Lure is actually, I know, it's a women's boutique. I started it off as a shoe store 7 years ago. I basically a shoe hoarder. And now that I'm older and I look back at it, I was literally buying about 3 to 4 pair of shoes every 2 days. I never wanted the shoes that were on the clearance section or the sales section. I always wanted the shoes on the front table at Baker's before everyone else got them. Just so happened, 2012, I went to Baker's and it was around Easter time. I wanted something that was funky, fresh. I like out of the box stuff. Went into Baker's. Baker's didn't have a shoe or a purse that I felt that would turn heads. I always felt that if you can get compliments all day from women, but if a man compliments your shoes, them some bad shoes. So I always like the funky stuff. And I went to Baker's and they didn't have anything in that fit my taste. So what did I do? I started a business. And I went the name process. It took a year for me to do research. I wasn't like everybody else that just up and was like, I'm gonna start a business. No, I actually took a year, did my research, took a month to come up with a name and do everything else legal wise. And hey, that was the birth. Me and my sister, she was more so my critique person. I went through about maybe 50 names before I came up with a good name, which was Lure Chasseurs Incorporated. And lure chasseurs basically is to lure people to chasseurs, which is shoes in French. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted people to come and look at these funky shoes the same way that I looked and admired funky shoes. And that's how my business came about. I also knew that while doing research, I found that there was an area that was underserved, which is women that have a larger feet. So if they wore size 11 or size 12, they didn't have the funky stuff. They had the little kitten heels, the little grandma looking shoes. So what did I do? I got in there, did the research, and I started bringing the funky creative stuff and accessories to match to those women. And their Lure was birthed. That's how it started.
I need you to get a men's section for big feet. I have size 14, size 15 shoes, and it's always a struggle. Now, clearly, you may have had a bit of a struggle, but you prospering on through this somehow. We did see that you have one store in Yorktown Mall in Illinois, I believe, and online as well. So what are your ideas, if any, on your next steps in expansion and where if you decide to do another brick and mortar store?
So as of now, I've been in talks with malls, other locations, all of this year, actually. So my goal was to, before the pandemic and everything hit, I wanted to have 3 stores open by December 2020. That's in my vision board and my vision planner, what I call it now, because everybody else is doing vision boards. And I always like to be different. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but I like different out of the box. So I'm like in my vision planner. But I wanted 3 stores open. I was in the process of signing a lease and no one else knew this. So you guys are the first people. Well, people knew, but I just didn't speak it because when you speak stuff out, people have a tendency to come in and try to take ideas. But we were a lease signing in a Simon Mall, which was Orland Park, and also in Fox Valley. Just so happened, I would say a week before COVID hit, a week before the signing took place. Actually, no, it was a week of the signing. They started showing signs of a shutdown, and people started panicking, and I ended up putting everything on a standstill. Good thing I did, because 4 days after that, everything shut down. A couple of weeks ago, I got another invitation to go on to Michigan Avenue. Now, in the naming process of Lure 7 years ago, Michigan Avenue was the store that my sister told me, stop thinking about, because at first I'm like, oh, Cupcake Mafia, Tessa Shoes, all of these crazy names, hood names, to be honest. I ended up going with my sister told me, she'd say, think of something that you can see on Michigan Avenue. Michigan Avenue here is where our big stores are, Fendi, Prada, those stores. So I actually got an invitation to come. This was my second invitation to come down there, but I actually looked at the space, and I'm not going to say anything just yet, but Michigan Avenue may be taking place for the holiday season, as well as Woodfield Mall. So Woodfield Mall is the largest mall here in Chicago. So yeah, so you guys got actually privy information before everybody else. So if my Facebook friends are watching now, they know, yeah, Lure about to pop up in Woodfield and on Michigan Avenue, plus Yorktown. So, and we'll expand to Fox Valley and the other ones over the next 2 years, preferably, hopefully, rather.
That is great. So do you think you'll come to Texas? You think you'll bring your brand to Texas?
Now, I have a huge following in Texas. Huge.
Girl, what you waiting for?
Dallas is actually the Dallas area. When I run my numbers and I look at my my data, Dallas, Houston, and Austin are my largest markets down there. With me starting online and running my SEOs and all of the back office stuff, the Texas area alone, Texas, California, and the East Coast was my biggest market, even bigger than my own city and state. So Texas is actually one of the places I want to expand to. So I'll be testing the market. I'm actually looking into franchise. So I've been looking into franchising for a couple of years now, and that's actually on my 3 to 5 year timeline. But I want to expand. That is in the works. So
That's
But
great.
yeah.
That's great. That's
Well, we
great.
do have Kenya back on the line again, so she can give you a proper introduction. Kenya, we got you going over here. We said you're going to be back, so we're glad to have you back with us. So go ahead. She said she really wanted to hear your intro. So we want to hear it too.
I was just talking, and of course, hey, the internet Spectrum not liking me tonight for some reason. But that's all right. We love you, Spectrum. But anyway, my intro was just going to talk about how she was coming up, and how just she was so brilliant as a child that I knew that she was going to be something great. And she started working when she was 7 years old. You had your own little pop-up shop. I think you were making bracelets or something like that. Yes, you were. And she has been working ever since. And when I say the child was so smart, I was scared to even ask her any questions, because I wasn't even up to her level. And I was probably already in high school or something. But anyway, this young lady has been in school forever. She is still in school now. But you can never get too much learning. That's what I say. You can never get too much of it. And she is going to school to better herself, to what we all should be doing, right? How many degrees do you have now, Contessa?
4. So
You have 4.
Double mine.
So
You go, girl. Okay, through all of this that she has done, she has had heartbreak, loss, all sorts of things to happen to her. But you all, she is continuing to keep moving forward. One particular thing also that has happened to her, she did the DNA stuff, and she went and found out where her bloodline was, and it was Ghana. And she went on over to Africa. This has always been a dream of mine. And this young lady has beat me to the motherland. Yes, I ain't too happy about that, but okay. Okay, she beat me, my old behind, to the motherland. Also during this time, as I said, she has lost. Yes. Contessa is, I say my god niece, but I still call her my niece. Her mother was my god sister, my big sister, my everything. Yes, we lost her a few years ago, and I didn't know if I was going to be able to talk about it because I'm still not okay. I'm still not okay with it, but I'm going to get through this. And her mom was like her backbone. Her mom pushed her and pushed her and pushed her. Her mom was there with the first store that she opened. Well, mom's been there for forever, but still with that first store. And she was working, you all, and she was sick. Through all of this, Contessa is who she is. She is the mogul that she is today. Now, I don't know. I got it's a lot more that she gave me, but that's all right. You all look her up, okay? I don't know where you guys went with the questions and who asked what, but Erin, did you ask your questions yet? Okay.
I just got to start it with my first two questions. So mine are good, and everybody else is ready to hop in and take it over.
Everybody else ready to go? All right, Miss T, go ahead.
Okay, so I asked you about Texas, and you said that you're gonna come. You said you were thinking about it, but I think you're gonna come because I'm gonna be at your grand opening. So I'm there. Okay. So I have two more questions. What has been your biggest motivation, and what life lessons do you have at this point?
My biggest okay, I'm sorry, you guys.
Your boss.
We're gonna talk about her in a little bit.
Okay, go ahead. My boss is ready to actually go, and yeah, she makes a lot of orders. My biggest motivation in life has always been to, and I say it's a blessing and a curse because I have always wanted to be better than what I was yesterday. And I find that I beat myself up a lot about it, trying to be perfect. But my biggest motivation would just be trying to strive to hit every goal, even no matter how minute or how big or small it is, but to just try to succeed and to break the generational curses that's been on my family line. So to just be all that I can be, basically, is my motivation. Looking at the things the things that my mom went through in life, I had a really good childhood. But my mother always taught us to be better than where and what she was. And she was an amazing woman, always to give back. So if it's any type of way that I can be better than I was yesterday, so that I can immobilize a group of people, no matter if they're family, friends, or foes, because I will work with my enemies in a heartbeat, but just to create a new generation that can take us forward in life, and just create something new for those and for the times basically to come. So that's my motivation to keep going. And then plus my daughter's looking at me. So to show her that it's more to life than the things that she see in the streets.
Exactly. So what are the struggles and conflicts being that you have to face being a Black entrepreneur, female entrepreneur?
Well, it's a lot of struggles considering I am the only Black-owned business in Yorktown Mall in a predominantly Caucasian area. That's a huge struggle. One, as you have to. When I started my business, I started my very first store, open store, was on 79th in Indiana, in Chicago. So I was in a predominantly African-American community, but I knew that I wanted to go further with my business. I knew that I loved my people, but at the same time, I wanted to go further and to open it up to everybody. So in order to do something in order to get something you've never had, you got to do something you've never done. So I stepped out and crossed over and jumped into a shark's tank. And it has had its struggles. I have had, and I didn't coin this phrase. Wait a minute, sweetie, what's wrong? You ready to go? Okay, I didn't coin the phrase Karens, but I've had my run-ins with a few people that was not too friendly to me. If they saw that I basically, when they heard, or one of my girls would tell them that I owned a store, that was a conflict of interest for them and they would leave. So it's a lot of struggles that I face out here, but I've also always been the type of person that believed in diversity and inclusion.
Wow.
In corporate America, I was actually vice president of the Midwest region for Pearson, actually, for their culture and diversity team. I helped build it for the Midwest region. And I would be on conversations with London, and we basically would be speaking about how to get other people to understand African Americans. And I'm happy that I was able to help. Hold on for a minute, sweetie. I'm happy I was able to found that, or help found that that employee resource group, because it helped me to operate in business and helped me to hire a diverse team. But at the same time, being the only African American business, I don't go around telling a lot of people that, because that is a struggle that I'm still trying to overcome daily.
Wow. Wow.
And
Okay, Aaron, go with yours, Aaron.
I have a toddler here, and can you guys pause for 1 second or come up with?
Okay, look, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. Put her on. Put her on. If
Yeah,
she
put her on. Put her in your lap, and we're gonna talk to her too.
It's okay. It's okay.
come here, Gamelia.
It's okay.
Does she want to get on camera?
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay.
We are my heart. I love you, baby. Stay with me.
We're
And
doing everything we can.
see my arms. We'll hold you, baby.
Did that help?
Never leave us. Bam.
Did that help her?
You turned into Anita Baker.
I'm telling you, it works.
My mom used to sing anything Anita Baker to me when I was little. Like, yeah, she used to put me to sleep with Anita Baker love songs. That's one thing I always remember. So yeah, that Anita Baker, you see, she's not crying no more. So
Well, if we still have Miss Erin Nicole with us, Erin, if you're still there, because I know we're all having some type of issues here, but that's all right. We're gonna get through this interview. But Erin, if you have your questions ready, you can go ahead. Is she there? Okay, well, she's not there, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask them for her. But let me see. And I do not have them wrote down, so we're just gonna go here. Okay, what other projects do you have in the works under your brand name? Did you talk about those yet?
we talked about the expansion. We haven't talked about the other projects. And
Okay, well, what other projects do you have?
Okay, so currently in works, I'm building out my lure market. What lure market is, it basically is a space where I allow other business owners to come in. I feel like that, opportunity was always given to me, so I believe in giving opportunity back. So I have other small businesses that they're allowed to come into the market, and they're allowed to do their business basically out of the store. They're allowed to have a section in the store, so that way that it's helping them create more, basically getting a larger audience. I'm helping them build out their brand identity. So if businesses are coming in and they literally don't have like labeling together or their brand intact, I'm giving them that feedback to help them grow as well. Teaching them about cross marketing, things of that sort. But that's one of the things that I have in works, which is my lure vendor market. Helping to grow other businesses. Eventually, I want to get an entire space that's dedicated to other small businesses. So that's nothing new because they have those markets that are popping up all over the country. But what mine offers different from the others that's popping up around the country is I basically help work with you. So that way you can grow your brand at the same time. I had my store on 79th after I had my daughter, but I ended up having to close it, and I ended up going into a pop-up shop out in Old Orchard Mall, and it was with 16 other bosses. But the one thing that I didn't like about that one, that it didn't teach the fundamentals that my program has developed. So anytime you start a business, I tell anybody that I mentor, when you're starting a business, you're starting a business to better something that's already created. People start businesses not just say, "Oh, okay, I got a business." No, you start a business to fix a problem, basically. And with a lot of businesses that are coming around now, it's a lot of different things. I'm not gonna say I know everything because I don't, but I do know how to go out and teach the information or bring in other people that are knowledgeable about it. So it's basically teaching other businesses how to be successful in their business as well. I have a master's of science and sustainable entrepreneurship. So that actually helps me teach other people how to be sustainable. I mean, the store has been sustainable for 7 years, and other ventures that I've had before I closed them or retired them, they were also sustainable. So just teaching other people, that's one of them. And I also have a girls mentoring program that I have been sitting on for years and years and years.
And why? And why?
Because I'm mom. I've learned that I've been a mom for 3 years, and being a mom for 3 years is actually like the biggest job that I've ever had. So it takes the majority of the time. So she's looking at me now like, "Wait, you talking about me?" But yeah, mom is the best job though. It's my best job by far. But yeah, I said basically once she got about maybe 4 or so, and she's able to kind of help sustain a little bit, and she's like, she'll always be my baby, but just wait till she get a little bit older, because she still has to have more of my focus, because when I start teaching other girls, that'll be basically stuff that I'll be teaching my daughter too. But yeah, my girls mentoring program, just making sure the back office is all straight on that before I go and put it out there into the world.
Okay, what about the prom dress drive? Did you talk about that?
I did not. The Gift of Glam, that has been my baby for the 7 years. We have been featured on Fox 32, Channel 7, WGN. Oh, you can't see it. I got actually some photos on the wall from the WGN when we were at WGN 1 year. But my prom dress drive has been around for 7 years. We basically were put on hold. Of course, the whole country was put on hold this year. But we collect dresses from all over the state. We get dresses mailed to us. A lot of pageant girls, after they're on the runway, they donate the dresses. But what we do is basically we take the dresses in and we give them to girls if they need them to go to prom. So basically we've been dressing, my team and I with the Gift of Glam, we've been dressing young girls, high school girls, juniors and seniors for prom for the last 7 years. And it's all free. So they basically come in, pick out a dress, and we get some bad dresses too. Bad isn't hot, but the Gift of Glam is my baby that I pray that it's around for a long time to come. So, and the Gift of Glam was birthed because of out of my selfishness of going to prom. So, like I said, I had a good childhood growing up. I can't complain. I went to prom once. My mama wasn't trying to have me going twice, but when I went to prom once, she let me get whatever I really wanted for prom. And when I went, there was not like a limit of what I could have. If I wanted it, my parents bought it basically. And I would say years later after that, I was talking to this young lady, and this young lady was telling me about, how she couldn't go to prom because she couldn't afford. And at that time, even though I was well grown, I was like, "Ooh, I was a little tweaked." I basically came down on myself again. I'm the hardest on myself. But that's how the Gift of Glam was birthed. because of out of my selfishness. And then I'm like, you know what? I got to go out here and get these bad dresses. And then with Lure being a business, and I have contracts now with like some of the biggest prom dress designers around, Giovanni, and different dresses that the girls are wanting, I can actually just buy them wholesale and bring them into the store, and the girls get them free. So, and I was born again because I was selfish and I spent all my mama their money for prom, and then talked to somebody else that couldn't even attend because they didn't even have it. And I was like, oh, yeah. So now what we're going to do is we're going to help dress these girls that can't afford it so they can go and they could look fly and they can enjoy that night on Lure. So, yeah.
Well, it looks like you are just well-rounded. I knew that. I just wanted everyone else to know it. I wanted everyone to see you. And we're gonna try to wrap this up, seeing that we've had all of these technical difficulties, but you have given us so much. You have told us a lot about you. How old are you again?
35.
35, and she's had all of these businesses, still got a business. She is so business savvy. The stuff she was saying about she got to do whatever in order to see if she can come down to Texas. I was just like, child, I took business, but I can't remember that. I was anyway, my brain don't go back that far to business class. But we're gonna ask this one question before we do our game. Okay, this last question to you is, what message do you have for someone that wants to be a Black female that is aspiring to be an entrepreneur?
What message? I have actually written multiple of these on people's statuses. I would first, and not to be long-winded because I am when it comes to this.
Your grandmother's child.
Yeah, I would tell them the 5 P's. And it's like I'm having a complete brain fart, but practice basically prevents poor performance. You have to start in order to be great. Trust yourself. If you're going to do anything, bet on yourself. Put all your money on you, because the only person that can tell you that you can't do something and you can't be successful if you never start, what they say, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So take that shot. Bet on yourself. Have faith. Read your Bible. Put God in your business. Keep in faith. If my mama didn't teach me anything, she taught me, and she taught me a lot, but the biggest thing was faith. You got to have that faith of a mustard seed. One thing that I didn't learn or pick up or appreciate until after my mom's death was learning how to react. I'm not going to say I'm perfect with it because, woo, Lord, he knows that I went through some things the last 4 years that I feel like now looking back at it, hindsight, it was a lesson for me. More so than heartbreak. It was a lesson that I had to learn to propel me to where I am. So I tell anybody that's looking to, especially a Black female, we have already cards stacked against us. We have a group of people that tell us that we can't do something. We have a lot of stigmas that are out there saying that you cannot do this. But I am here to tell you, I am living proof telling you, and I know a whole lot of other African-American successful Black women that are 35, 45, 55, 65, whatever age, and they are doing it. Sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough. So keep going, bet on you. Everybody ain't gonna support you in the beginning, because that's a huge thing you see on Facebook. My family and my friends don't support me. Don't worry about your family and your friends. They're not gonna support you in the beginning. They need to see that you're consistent in it. Once they see that you're consistent in it, they gonna slowly, gradually start hopping on board. But put your money on you. And if it's something that you believe in, don't let nobody tell you different. If you believe it, you believe it. And another thing, keep it quiet until you're ready to bring it forward. So, because you got a lot of people out here, instead of them praying for you, they're actually praying on you. And I ain't talking about P-R-A-Y. I'm talking about P-R-E-Y. So the number one thing, put your money on you. Bet on you. Do your research. Stop asking people for vendors. I hate that. Don't ask people for vendors. It's trade secrets for a reason, you know, if you're trying to get into that business. But do your research. It's so much free research out here. You ain't got to ask nobody for nothing. Stop paying for people for these bogus lists. Put your money on you, open up a book and read it, and do research and do your thing. Do your thing. And that's what I got to say. Just do it. Like Nike, just do it.
All right. That's what's up. She has schooled us all today, you all. We have been learned something, okay? I like to say the off stuff, you know, to keep people's attention. All righty. So we have all been schooled, and we want to say thank you, first of all, to the brand magnet mogul Contessa Houston. Yes, we want to say thank you. Want to say thank you to Gammy down there, who is ready to go. But we have a game that we're going to play right now, and I'm going to start it off. This game is called OPP, and this is one personal. What did I say? What it was? One piece of one personal piece.
There you go.
I'm just all over the place tonight. One personal piece, and I'm going to start it off. And I already know what it is, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Stiletto or wedge?
Stiletto.
Stilettos, pumps, in the lip.
Miss T, what you got?
Thong or granny panties?
Said thong or granny panties?
Go ahead and say it. Say it. Come on.
She said no answer.
Thong or granny panties, Contessa?
Oh, I'm trying to use. I'm like, wait, is that something I didn't know? I'm sorry. Lord, I like my comfortability. I'm sorry. I like being comfortable. I don't like nothing in my butt. But I mean, if I'm dressing up, if it's something for, you know, significant other, I might consider nothing.
Okay. Aaron, what you got?
Left hand or right hand?
Oh, I'm right-handed.
Okay, King, what you got?
Gold accessories or silver accessories?
Both. I'm horrible sometimes. I'm sorry.
Oh, BTW. Before I know Kim had to take it off. If you want to get your Dallas and your Texas people, do not neglect the drag queen market, because those men have big shoes, big feet. So if you have big shoes and accessories that are affordable, if you tap into that, they'll pump you out to all their friends.
Let me say this. I have had the drag market since about 2015. I love them. RuPaul's shoe line. I have had a contract with RuPaul's shoe line with the sales up there for about the last 5 years or so. Now, I do have to bring it in. One thing, even though my grandmother is a pastor, I had a drag actually called the store one day. And she was like, I just want to know, you know, do you care? Do you allow us to come in and shop? I say, baby, is money green? Come on in here. I don't judge nobody. Nobody. Come on in. You come in, I'm going to make sure my whole staff is going to make sure that you are dressed to the T, baby. So come on in. Tessa will dress you. Tessa's team will dress you. Come on in, babies. Come in. Tell them, yes, work it. And invite them.
Yeah.
And she read y'all them credentials.
Yeah.
I have one more question though. I just want to know if you're gonna start, like, have you thought about, since you have a daughter, starting like a kid clothing line for children?
Gamila, go get a pair of your shoes.
Oh, okay.
So when she was born, I was like, I need to figure out something else to do with my baby because she got so many clothes. So hold on. I'm actually gonna just take the computer over there. Hold on for a second. And y'all like my shirt?
Yeah, I like it.
It says not fragile like a flower, but fragile like a bomb. Meaning, yeah.
Okay, you're gonna blow something up. Already.
We actually,
Blow it up.
Yes.
this is actually my store too. So we actually have a leather shoe line. So I have a contract with Tiptoey Joey for her. I started her off with shoes because, again, that's how I started my business, with shoes. So we have a leather authentic. We are actually listed on Tiptoe Joey's website as well, but I carry their leather shoes for toddlers. They price smart. They're about $55 a shoe, but little boys, little girls walking shoes. They're formed to the foot. You can look up more about the technology that Tiptoe Joey that they create their shoes with, but all of their shoes are 100% leather authentic. They are made in Australia, so they are definitely a designer ones. I love quality. So one thing about my boutique, we deal in more quality. I don't care about the cheap stuff. I like the quality because I know that if they're gonna purchase, they want to make sure that they're getting something that's gonna last them and not ravel in a day or two. Fast fashion is cool. I'll pull in a couple of fast pieces, but for the most part, I like quality. But yeah, I got my kid, my baby's shoe line.
Okay. Well, that is what's up. We thank you. Y'all see that store? Y'all see that store? I have yet to make it to that store because you know what? Right now we're in a pandemic. I can't get on the plane. So, but I will as soon as I can. That's one of my first stops. Contessa, we want to thank you so much for joining us on today. This has been enlightening. We have enjoyed it. I hope you have enjoyed it as well. When you get something else going, something else under your belt, which I know you will, we would love for you to come back, okay? So right now, we want you to give all of the ways that everybody can find you. Real quick.
The easiest way you can find the short, since we spoke on the store tonight, all across every platform, I shop Lure. So that way, when you say where you shopping, I shop Lure, Lure. That's Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, Pinterest, OnlyFans, Snapchat. Yes, we have an OnlyFans page because I have some really thick mannequins. And hey, you got to pivot sometime in business. We going through a pandemic, so you can find me at YouTube. I shop Allure. Wherever social media is, just go to I shop Allure, and you can actually find us there.
Oh,
Thank you.
Because if y'all out here doing shows, and I saw y'all spoke with Arnaz last week, y'all got to get some lure shirts on or some I shop lures, or I got to do something to send some shirts so when y'all on here doing this promo, it'll say I shop lures. Because I'm looking at all
Extra
y'all.
large.
Extra large. I got you.
I'm a 2X.
I need all
large.
Hey, I love promo.
You know, Aaron got these disappear, so you got to cover all. You know, it's a lot.
I got you.
Luscious Booms by Aaron Nicole.
Damn, there.
Oh, that's cute.
Well, we want to say thank you once again. We want to tell Miss Camelia down there good night. We're letting her mommy go now, and she can go ahead and turn the lights off, and you guys can lock up and leave. Yes. We love you. Well, I know I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I thank you for doing this for me. And I know that there's more to come. I miss you. Give everybody a hug for me. And again, everybody, tell her thanks for coming out.
Thank you for coming out. We enjoyed you. I just love your humbleness. That speaks volumes to me. That makes me want to shop with you because you're so humble and down to earth. I like that.
Thank you.
And beautiful.
I got a waist trainer coming too. I ordered a waist trainer from you, so it'll be coming soon.
I shop Lure. You all make sure you look it up. I shop Lure. All righty. See you later. All righty, you guys. That was fun. Okay, we have a commercial right now. So we want you all to sit back and look at this commercial we got. Yeah, we got commercials. Go ahead. Go ahead, production.
Do I leave?
Nicole Entertainment Management Group. We are here to help serve all the needs to assure you have a successful event or presentation. We specialize in booking venues, managing budgets, negotiating contracts and fees, booking performers, managing events, and more. What makes us different is we're able to visualize your vision and bring them to life. Book us now by email at anemg81@gmail.com or by phone 469-796-9594. A Nicole EMG.
Sunday, November 1st. Dallas, Texas is coming to Atlanta, GA. J.L. Bailey Films presents the exclusive screening of Love and Drugs 2, The Sacrifice, at the Studio Movie Grill, located at 40 Powers Ferry Road, Marietta, Georgia. The exclusive screening of Love and Drugs 2, The Sacrifice, being hosted by Columbus Short. Doors open at 6 p.m. Movie premieres at 6:45 p.m. Get your tickets at eventbrite.com. The exclusive screening of Love and Drugs 2, The Sacrifice. So what you saying? Being hosted by Columbus Short, Sunday, November 1st at the Studio Movie Grill.
I want to thank you. I want to thank you for being the exact man that I need and trust.
The exclusive screening of Love and Drugs 2, The Sacrifice. The Atlanta premiere.
Don't let me get my wrong. You're dead to me, Maurice. Now get the fuck out of here.
Maurice!
One day I was over there and I overheard him talking to his friends about the gay people.
Just because Chris came and tried to holler at you, didn't mean you had to take the bait. You should have shut that shit down and not even go along with it.
And that's where you need to be. Instead of with that bull-dagged ass woman. Too many be a woman to that.
When you're sober, that is when we'll have this conversation.
Oh my God. Why? That dude doesn't care. You know this.
Maurice, it's time for you all to come together and talk and just let bygones be bygones.
All right, y'all. We got commercials. Yes, we have Miss Erin Nicole's commercial. You all check her out. If you don't know her, now you know. Miss Erin Nicole, go ahead. Look her up on Facebook, Instagram, I hope. If you need to get through us to get to her, look her up and get your entertainment needs set. All right. And then you got Love and Drugs coming out. And then you got Out in the South. 2 great series that's coming. That's Love and Drugs 2. So 1, if you haven't saw 1, you need to go look it up so you get with us for the next one. Okay. All righty. So they're on a touring thing now. So it got to be good because they touring, y'all. So anyway, Out in the South is much. Y'all see I'm in there, right? So I'll let y'all know when it's up. I'll let you know. All righty. So now we are down to the wire and we don't have a lot of time due to all the issues that were going on tonight. That's all right. We kept it going. We only have time for one thing to talk about. And we had a whole bunch of stuff that we had on the table, but let's do something fun. Aaron, what you got? What you got for us, Aaron? You got something fun we can talk about? You've muted, baby. We can't hear you.
Oh, she not.
Uh-oh, she not muted.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
There we go. There we
Oh,
go.
you heard me?
Yeah.
Woo-hoo. So a fun topic, you know, everyone likes to have fun. Everybody likes to do things like go to the beach, get some sand. Let's talk about Wendy Williams. What do you think is going on with her? Do we think she has a drug issue? Is she snoring lines of sand in the beach?
She has had so much going on for herself these past couple of years, you know, with the divorce and then with her having the mental breakdown, which I think she is back on it, y'all. We about to gossip, y'all, so just sit back and relax because we gossiping for a few minutes. Okay? I believe she is, but I believe that all happened when she wore that costume. She had already started that costume that was when she was the Statue of Liberty, and she was. That was when it had already started to me. And then it just kept elevating and elevating and elevating. What y'all think? What you think, Miss T?
Well, allegedly.
I
think she ain't never stopped. You could tell when she on because she be sitting up there doing her hot topics and she buck her eyes like she just sucked on a lemon. Yes, yeah, Aaron. She putting that sand somewhere up doing something allegedly.
What you think, King?
I don't really watch Wendy Williams. I happen to find things out second and third hand. I don't really care. However, I did see that particular clip because there are some YouTube channels that I subscribe to, and they covered this topic. There was something clearly wrong, whether she was mentally incapacitated or chemically enhanced of some sort. Something was going on. Her old DJ did speak out. Apparently, he's now basically insinuating that he left because he got fired because he was the one standing up to Wendy Williams, DJ Booth, I believe. And he was the one standing up and telling her that you need to stop and get off this. But because he was the one standing up and telling her, he was the one who got the boot. He's like, everybody there is afraid to tell her that. So it would not surprise me. We know a lot of celebrities have access and money and time to do whatever type of drugs they want. And people cover it up because they keep rolling them checks. So she's had a tremendous amount of stress and pressure on her already being in the spotlight, her personal issues being played out in front of people, her also being a messy gossip queen did not help because we all see it as funny that she's going through this, although none of us want to see, a person go through that. No. So I do think she's on something. I don't know what it is. And I think it may just got the better of her that day. And her apology was really not an apology. All she said was, we are not perfect and we have good days and bad days. Ma'am, sis, have several seats.
She's on national TV. She's on national TV showing that. She didn't find it as the Statue of Liberty. She didn't got in front of everybody and let everybody know that she was in drug rehab or whatever the case may be. And she just needs to maybe she need to take some time off like she did before.
But that's the thing. She took the time and went to rehab and supposedly got better, but now she's back and it's like it has elevated to another level. And I haven't watched in a long time.
I haven't watched that in a long time either, can you? But I just feel like with any addiction, if you don't stay, any kind of addiction, sex addiction, shopping addiction, whatever your addiction is, if you don't stay in the classes to get you some help and being able to talk about what you're going through, you're gonna relapse. It's a constant battle. It's a constant battle. So you have to consistently stay focused. You have to consistently, remind yourself that you are an addict and you need those classes and that helps you. So if she just went through that class and she feel like she okay, and she might get in a state of mind by herself, or she's at home by herself and she's alone, and that craving come across her, and then that's what she do, and then also you have to change the people you hang around if you're trying to change, so if she's still hanging with the same old friends she's been having, that's gonna go out and get those drugs for her or whatever the case may be. And
Right.
it's just, we just have to keep her uplifted in prayer too, because she's she gonna be Michael Jackson and all the rest of them that didn't die of
evidence. We just sat them down and talked to them, and sometimes it's when you're ready, but we definitely do want to keep her uplifted, because sometimes being me and her, we unfortunately share the same birth date. So she's a Cancer, so she likes water. So I mean, what's the closest thing to water? And that's sand. And so yeah, let's just definitely keep her
in prayer.
Yeah. Well, we want to say thank you, Aaron, for that little fun fact. Yes, we were gossiping, but we still care. Yes, we were talking about Wendy, but we still care, and we still want her to get
better
help for whatever it is that she is dealing with. She needs to take a step away from the camera and deal with her situation.
She does. She needs to let somebody else host her shows and take her a little more time, and how much ever time she needs. It's still gonna be the Wendy Williams show. She just needs some time because
maybe they'll let us
we love her. Huh?
She can get one. She can get us. She can call us.
Yeah.
How you doing?
We love her.
I can do it.
Yeah, we love her.
How you doing?
How you doing? How you doing?
I'll take that check. Yeah. Well, this has brought our show to an end. We did have a lot more to talk to you guys about, but hey, we'll be back next week. And guess what? You're going to be joining us, right? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And we thank everybody that came out and turned on Facebook Live and wherever it is that you see us. We thank you. So make sure that you're following us on Facebook. We have something to talk about. On Instagram, we have something to talk about. On YouTube, you better look for We Have Something to Talk About and find these beautiful faces. And like, subscribe, and share. Share it all righty? And we just want to take this time to say, hey, I'm going to say, I love you. With the love you been placed down on the inside of me to give out to you. What you got, Miss T?
I love you. I love you, y'all. Don't let nothing and no one live rent-free in your mind. Always go for what you feel like you need to go for and live your life to the fullest. Live, love, laugh, and enjoy life. And don't care what nobody else has to say about you. Just enjoy yourself.
King, what you got?
If I minister to you, I minister to myself. Only allow people to let you feel how you want to feel. Don't let nobody make you feel how you don't want to feel.
Aaron, what you got for us?
And I love you all. Again, as everyone said, make sure you are taking care of yourself, because if you have nobody else, all you have is yourself. And make sure when you dream that you can get those dreams across and share them with the world. It was given to you for a reason.
Woo! You all, we are deep over here. We are deep. This is We Have Something to Talk About, and we just came to you live and in effect with an awesome show, and we'll be back next week. Same station, same bad channel, all of that good stuff. Thank you for joining us. Mwah. Go out and love on somebody, you all, and remember, vote. If you got to vote early, vote early. But November 3rd is the last day that you can vote. But
we find out next week if we have 4 more years of the same. I just want to put that in y'all's face. Like,
we'll find out if we got real. 4 years of the
Please
same.
vote.
Let's give them something to talk about.
All right, you all. Bye-bye.
Let's give them something to talk about.
Let's just get the rights to the song, please.
Let's give them something.